Good morning or good evening, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome to our webinar. Today we'll be talking about how to apply AI technologies to key broadcast workflows. Quick overview of the company. Digital Nirvana has been in business for about 2 decades with a focus on broadcast workflows. 2 distinct product lines. We do a product called Monitor IQ for compliance logging, whereby we look at broadcasted content for compliance to government standards, internal standards, metadata adherence, and proof of performance for advertising. The second area of products are applying AI to broadcast workflows. Today, we'll look at a very specific workflow whereby we're applying speech-to-text and other technology to integrate into translations, captioning, and also quality and conformance of captions. The way this product came about is for the past 10 years, we've done significant work with many broadcasters such as Turner, Bloomberg, whereby they outsource caption transcripts to us. As part of that, we developed a very robust internal workflow using speech-to-text, whereby we could dramatically increase our own productivity and quality. We had customers ask us, could you let us use that workflow and deploy it in our enterprise environment? Hence the birth of Trance. Trance is an application and platform that works on translations, transcriptions, captions, and assures conformance to captioning standards. I'd like to introduce you to Ed Haber. Ed's role at Digital Nirvana is Director of Business Development. Past endeavors have included founder at Volicon, whereby he was in charge of the broadcast practice. Ed is also an Emmy-winning producer. So Ed, take it away.
Thank you, Russell, and hello, everyone. My name is Ed Haber, and I'm excited to be with you today to introduce you to Trance from Digital Nirvana. Trance is a cloud-based, enterprise-level SaaS platform accessible via any web-enabled computer to generate automated transcripts, create closed captions, translate text into alternate languages, and export captions in any number of industry-supported formats. Trance is powered by AI and machine learning technologies to deliver greater productivity, shorter turnaround times, and improve both the speed and accuracy of the captioning process. With Trance, productivity gains of 50% and greater are achievable as compared to conventional desktop captioning applications. Seamlessly conforming to style guidelines from third-party providers like Netflix and Quibi is paramount in today's content-driven world. Configurable presets along with integrated quality assurance further improve captioning efficiency and maximize the overall process. During our time together today using Trance, I'm going to show you how to import media, create, view, and edit speech-to-text transcripts, easily create and edit captions, translate text to a secondary language and create a secondary caption. We'll also export captions in a variety of industry-supported formats. Okay, let's get started. As I mentioned earlier, Trance is a web-based HTML platform accessible via your LAN, WAN, or just a basic internet connection. I'll start by logging in our Trance launch page. I'm logging in as an administrator, however, the process is the same for all users. Okay, so we're now logged into the Trance application, and at the top you'll see 4 main menu options. Those are Manage, Files, Export, and Preferences. Let's have a quick look at the Manage menu. Like any enterprise IT solution, Trance is fully configurable for an unlimited number of users, groups, and roles. The Manage section of the interface is where we set up and manage these and other functions. Trance is also a role-based tool. Roles define what each user can access and what each user is and is not permitted to do within Trance. In this presentation, we're not going to spend a lot of time drilling down deeply into the Manage menu. However, while we're here, let's briefly take a look at presets. In the Manage Presets section of Trance, we have the ability to define caption attributes, such as the number of lines, the line length, total number of characters, text frame gap, etc. As the name implies, a preset simply defines these and other captioning parameters so that all work done within Trance automatically conforms to these attributes. We'll see the power of presets in action throughout this presentation. Okay, now that we've had a quick look at the Manage section of Trance, the most commonly asked question at this stage is, how do you get content into Trance? And this is a great question. At Digital Nirvana, we have an elegant utility we call Media Services Portal to accomplish this task, also referred to as MSP. MSP is a media gateway that integrates directly with FTP, Amazon S3, and Avid Media Central with additional off-the-shelf integration. Digital Nirvana also offers an open API to integrate Media Services Portal directly into large enterprise media systems. Using our API, media files can move seamlessly via watch folder between third-party systems and MSP. To put it another way, using our API, users never need to leave their existing environment or create a secondary workflow process to move media into and out of Trance. This is just one way Trance saves time, elevates efficiency, and helps people get more done. Like before, we have a simple login procedure. Once inside MSP, we simply navigate to the upper right of the interface and select Add Job. We're then prompted to select the desired process from the drop-down menu and simply point to and upload our media. It's that simple. MSP will automatically upload the media into Trance and will also create a job and corresponding job ID. Media Services Portal supports audio and video files for import, as well as a vast array of common file formats. Another frequently asked question is, how long is the import and speech-to-text process? Generally speaking, content 10 minutes or less is about 1.5 times real-time. Assets between 10 and 30 minutes is in the real-time range, and content 30 minutes and longer is faster than real-time. As an example, a 3-minute clip will take approximately 4.5 minutes to process. Okay, now that we've uploaded some media into Trance, let's get to work on the job we just created. And this is where things really begin to get fun. To access the job we just imported, we go to the Files menu and select Transcription Edit. Immediately, the Transcript Edit interface opens up, and with it, a host of powerful viewing and editing capabilities. The power of Digital Nirvana's speech-to-text engine has automatically generated a highly accurate transcript of the media we just imported. This powerful technology eliminates both the time and necessity of manually transcribing content the traditional way. Automated speech-to-text in Trance delivers huge time-saving and productivity advantages over conventional captioning methods. It's also highly accurate, between 90 and 95% accurate for good quality content. We can think of the transcript editor as kind of like a word processor with an integrated media player. It combines the text and media, delivering an interactive text editing and media viewing experience for the user. Let's take a few minutes here to look around the transcript interface. To begin, we have the main text field, which provides a fast and easy way to view the entire transcript of the job in paragraph form. It's also an equally capable text editor to quickly make corrections and updates to the text. To the left is a powerful player window to see and hear the audio and video of the job. In this window are intuitive controls to adjust the volume of the audio, change the playback speed of the video. There's a scrub bar to easily navigate through different sections of the media. We have VTR-style controls for playback and shuttling in the media, and auto scroll and auto seek options, both of which we will enable here. Now, let's play a few sections of the current job so we can see the media player and the text editor working together in action.
When we
You'll
go back in the
notice as
session
the media
in
plays, the
September,
transcript
we will
dynamically updates and scrolls in real time with the video. This powerful auto scroll feature is made possible through time-referenced indexing of the media with the text. Trance also allows us to interact with the transcript and have the video dynamically update in real time. With the auto seek option enabled, we can click anywhere in the transcript and the video follows. The transcript interface also provides operators with a number of additional tools for fast and easy text editing. These include auto highlight of potentially misspelled words with a lower probability of accuracy. These are the words we see on screen currently highlighted in orange. It offers a spell check tool. There's also a find and replace word search tool. There are options for the user to adjust the typeface, the line height, and font size, all according to their preferences. Users also have the ability to highlight words which have been added, edited, and deleted. And in the Preferences menu are both a glossary of keyboard shortcuts for commonly performed tasks, as well as a utility to allow for third-party foot pedal integration. Once we've made our edits and the transcript is exactly as we want, we choose Save and Close in the upper right. Here we have the option to save as either complete or incomplete. Choosing incomplete keeps the job in the transcript domain so other team members can further edit the job, or for a manager to approve the job at a later time, if desired. Choosing complete concludes the transcript phase and sends the job to the caption edit portion of Trance. Okay, now that we've completed the transcript edit portion of this job, it's time to create the captions. To do this, we'll go back to the Files menu, and this time we'll select Caption Edit. As soon as I make this selection, you'll see the Caption Edit interface load. You'll immediately notice a great degree of familiarity between this portion of the Trance interface and the previous transcription section. The look and feel is the same, as are many of the buttons and tools. What we're looking at in the center portion of the interface is the edited transcript of the text we just completed, which has now been parsed, or broken down, and indexed, or time-referenced, to the media according to the existing preset we configured in Trance. You'll recall from earlier that a preset predefines the desired caption attributes to format automatically. Trance has done all this formatting work for us in the background and saved us a tremendous amount of time in the process. Like the transcript interface of Trance, the caption edit section includes the same powerful media player, which again includes the auto scroll and video seek indexing capabilities. It also has equally powerful text editing capabilities. However, unlike the transcript section, here the text has been broken down into segments and parsed based on time references with the media, as well as the captioning presets we set up earlier within Trance. Let's play the job again so we can see how the interface responds.
When we go back in the session,
with the auto
in
scroll
September,
function
we
enabled,
will
we
be
see the
testing
same
the
behavior in which the text keeps pace with the video as it plays. With the Seek Video feature, we have the same ability to click anywhere within the text and the video player jumps to that point in time. Okay, let's make a quick edit to the captions for this job. We'll navigate over to Section 6, where I believe we have one remaining misspelled word. I'm going to correct that word, about, and add the letter A right here. We can make caption edits via our Trance keyboard shortcuts, standard PC highlight, cut, and paste operations, or we can simply place our cursor where we need and retype. Now that we've made the change, let's take things one step further. I'm going to go back up to Section 4 and change the number 2 to the word 2. And I'm going to do the same thing again later in the same sentence. You'll notice after my last edit, this section is now highlighted with a red border. This is an automated warning indicating we have a formatting violation we must resolve, such as total characters or line length. Now I made this last edit just to show this functionality of Trance. For the sake of time, I'm going to change this back to the original spelling. You'll notice the red highlight is now gone, indicating no more violation. These captions are now good to go. The Caption Edit interface also includes a utility on the right-hand side allowing for customizable placement of captions anywhere within the media. It also includes a spell check feature, as well as other capabilities we already covered earlier in this presentation. Another commonly asked question is, this all looks great, but can I create captions in more than one language? With Trance, the answer is yes. So let's assume I've completed all my caption edits for this job in the primary language of English. Now I want to create matching captions for this job in the secondary language of Spanish. To do this, I simply select Add Language and choose the desired language, in this case, Spanish. As we can see, Trance currently supports a total of 25 different languages. Within a matter of seconds, Trance completed a translation of the English captions to Spanish. Trance also populated the captions in a secondary edit window and indexed the captions to the media. Just like we did moments ago, we can edit the Spanish captions the same way we did the English. And just like English, we also have a spell check tool for Spanish with auto-highlighting of any words Trance perceives may be misspelled. If you should want to return to seeing just the English version of the captions, we just click the right arrow button in the English column, and the Spanish captions collapse and are now hidden. But don't worry, Trance autosaves all changes made and will recall the edited version should you reopen it at a later time. Like before in the transcript phase, once all your caption edits are finalized, simply choose either complete or incomplete in the upper right of the interface. I'll go ahead and select complete. At this point, there's just one step remaining, which is generating the caption files. We do this by following these simple steps. We go to the Export menu and select Projects. We select a date from the Calendar tool on or before the date of the project and click Apply. From here, we locate the job ID number in the table and move to the right of the interface and select Open. The job we want to export is now open, and in the upper right of the UI, we select Generate Captions. Within a few seconds, Trance has generated the various sidecar caption files for this particular job. As I mentioned before, the caption files generated are dictated by the preset parameters established ahead of time within Trance. If we want to have a look at the caption files we just created, we have a few options. We can navigate to the left side of the interface where it says Download Captions here and select Zip. This action will download a zip file. We can then open and examine the various caption files output by Trance. If we want to go one step further and send our completed caption files to an alternate destination other than our local computer, we can return back to the upper right of the Trance interface and select Submit Project. This action will send the completed caption files for our job back to Media Services Portal for us to access, or to an Enterprise Watch Folder destination via our API. And that's it. We're finished. During our brief time together, we successfully imported media, generated a speech-to-text transcript, edited that transcript, created and edited captions in both English and Spanish, and output caption files. We accomplished all of this work in a very small amount of time from a single cloud-based application, accessible to any user anywhere in the world. And we did it all faster, easier, and more effectively than traditional captioning applications. This is Trance, and this is the power of AI technology from Digital Nirvana. I'd like to thank everyone who attended today's presentation. It's been a pleasure introducing you to Trance, and I hope this webinar was both informative and enjoyable for each of you. At this time, I'm going to toss it back to my colleague Russell Wise to take it from here. There was a gentleman by the name of Constantine who had asked during the webinar, what speech-to-text engines or engine do we use within Trance? And sir, if you're still with us, it's a good question. There are a whole lot of speech recognitions in the market. In our 15 years of experience in the space, we know there is no one-size-fits-all perfect solution for this task. So at Digital Nirvana, what we do is continually research and evaluate the leading speech-to-text engines in the market and identify the best performing solutions. So never being limited to any one engine allows us the greatest flexibility to provide our customers with the best performing speech-to-text engine for their specific requirements. Our machine learning applications continually evaluate and classify customer content based on type, language, dialects, pace of speech, noise levels, etc., and then sends that content to the speech-to-text engine we've determined is best suited to produce the best results for, again, that specific customer and their specific requirements. So I hope that addresses your question. If you're still here, again, I hope that makes sense, and I appreciate your question.
Okay,
Michael,
Ed,
do we have?
Yeah, Ed, we have a couple more questions coming in, and I apologize to anybody who might have submitted a question earlier. We seem to have lost some of them, but Ed, for this question, the attendee is asking about our accuracy. That you commented that our AI has a 95% accuracy, and they would like to know if that's true for Spanish.
Yeah, that's a great question. So with respect to accuracy, what we typically see with our customers, as Russell alluded to, we've been doing this for quite some time, with good quality content, we typically see, and this is true of all the languages we support, it's not just limited specifically to English or even to Spanish, which is obviously in at least the Western Hemisphere, very, very popular and common language. We see speech-to-text accuracy of no less than 90%, and many times higher, 95, 96, 97% accuracy. Of course, there's some dependency upon the quality of the content that's ingested, but again, assuming the quality of the content is sufficient, again, 90 to 95% accuracy for all the languages we support within Trance is what should be expected.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, our next question is, do you have Arabic support?
Yeah, again, we do. Good question. We do support Arabic. I think, as I mentioned in the demo, Trance currently supports upwards of, I believe it's 25 languages, and Arabic is one of them. We support, I believe, pretty much all the Romance languages, Portuguese, um, uh, of course, French, Italian, Spanish, Dutch, Danish, Finnish, Estonian, Latvian, there's a whole bunch in there, Polish, Romanian, Russian, Turkish, Swedish. I could go on, but it's a whole bunch, and it's currently at 25, and yes, Arabic is absolutely part of that that supported language.
Okay. Our next question is it possible to translate together with subtitle creation?
Restate the question, Michael? I want to make sure I understand. Could you?
The participant is asking, is it possible to translate together with subtitle creation?
Well, we can certainly, create captions in multiple languages. We can do two at a time. Again, there's a primary language. It does not have to be English. You can start, from an alternate language. In this case, we just happen to use English, but let's say you were starting with Portuguese and you wanted to translate to Italian. You could certainly do that. So we have the ability to ingest and then translate and create, dual captions at the same time. And output those files, simultaneously. And all the parameters within Trance conform to, again, a dual language construct of, creating captions from a transcript, translating that transcript to a secondary language, whatever it might be, and then being able to output those various caption formats for both languages with support for a native language dictionary and so forth. With regard to the part of the question, Michael, where it says create, I think you said subtitles and captions in parallel. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't want to misspeak, so I'd have to just put a placeholder on my answer and check if that's something we actually do support and what the difference would be. So let's make sure we capture that questioner's information so we can get back to them. But that's my answer for today.
Yeah, no problem. So this is going back to Arabic support. They would like to know the accuracy of our Arabic.
Well, I can't speak from any personal experience. I'm not an Arabic speaker. I don't read or understand Arabic. But what I can restate again is that in all of our tests with all of our customers in the languages that we support across all of our languages, when we're dealing with broadcast quality, solid, reasonable content, we typically see results of our speech-to-text engines of no less than 90%. And again, depending upon the quality of that content, those accuracy numbers can very commonly be as high as 95, 96%, 97%. So those numbers and those percentages in terms of performance are uniform across all the languages that we support within Trance, including Arabic.
Another participant has a question. Is there any type of training for AI? For instance, is it for special spelling for cities? And then if we do have the ability, they were wondering how we perform this, if we could train our AI on these type of things.
Right. Yeah, again, another great question. So thank you for whoever posed it. As is typical with AI and machine learning technologies, these technologies do continually progress and develop, and they have a learning component. So the more content that you feed into the platform, the greater the intelligence and awareness and accuracy the platform will demonstrate in terms of its familiarity of that particular content. In addition to that, in terms of just the organic learning that the platform will develop over time, we do also have the ability to import external data sets in terms of, say, lexicons of specific personal pronouns. a common example of this, and we deal with this with one of our larger customers, is sporting events where you may have very unique and uncommon spellings of last names, or venues such as stadiums or arenas and things of this nature. And so we do have the ability on an account by account basis to allow you, the customer, to import these lexicons of, again, personal pronouns or other, uncommon spellings of words into the system so that Trance can, interpret them and basically understand them and have that as part of its, library of known words in the system.
Okay, I think we're running out of time at this point, but thank you, Ed, for all your answers, and I again want to apologize to everybody. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it looks like Russ might have lost his internet connection. So again, I really apologize for the drop in the middle of the presentation. But if you do have any type of questions, or if you would like to set up a demo of Trance, feel free to contact us. We will definitely be getting back to you on any other questions that you might have. So feel free to keep on putting them on here, and you also all have our contact information. And if you have any queries at all, you can contact us at marketing@digitalnirvana.com, and that's digital-nirvana.com. And again, thank you again for your patience during this webinar, and sorry for the issue.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Russell. And we'll look forward to speaking again soon. Have a great day.